What does Avatar The Last Airbender and James Cameron Avatar have in common? Well, they're both called Avatar. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But because I am a biased Avatar The Last Airbender fan, and James Cameron Avatar has more hype than ever right now, and I am clearly the expert in all things Avatar, so today I'm going to be comparing both of the different avatars in the most fair way possible. Right now, Avatar has 172,000 subscribers. I have 94,000, so I just need 78,000 subscribers to pass him. Hit that subscribe button, guys. This will be easy and we'll take down the blue people. In all seriousness, comparing these two different pieces of Avatar media is like comparing apples and oranges. They are not similar in the slightest. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, if they're not similar, how are you going to choose a winner at the end of this video? There is going to be a bunch of different categories of things I like in TV shows and movies. Then we're going to see which one does it better, and whichever one does it better, we'll give it 1 point. And at the end, we'll see who has more points. The first category we're going to be comparing is music. Now for me, music is huge. Music can make or break a show. If I'm not vibing with the music in the background, I'm probably not going to finish your show. But fortunately, both of these two avatars have amazing music. James Cameron's Avatar has beautiful music. It fits almost perfectly with all of the scenery in the background. With these stunning visuals and great music, it's hard to not pay attention, no matter how lackluster the story may be. However, Avatar The Last Airbender's OST, it just hits a little bit different. The season 1 finale, when Aang goes into the Avatar state and fuses with the ocean spirit, I can just feel the music just right now thinking about it without even listening to it. And don't even get me started on the final Agni Kai. Time and time again, there's just banger OSTs in the background. It's pretty obvious, the winner for this category is going to be Avatar The Last Airbender. Although the other Avatar has great music, it just doesn't hit the same. And you can't really expect it to, being a long movie that you're probably only going to watch once, at the very most twice. The next category is visuals. Now, if you want to argue with me and say, oh, I don't care about visuals, the story is all that matters, well, you can have that opinion, but it's kind of just proven wrong time and time again, as the top grossing movies and TV series don't have the greatest stories, but the special effects are very pretty to look at. People just like to look at pretty things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ideally, it should be a perfect balance of both, but we don't live in the ideal world, do we? Avatar The Last Airbender is beautiful. You can really tell they took their time with animating it and developing the scenery around the characters and the background visuals. All of that is done great. But James Cameron's Avatar is just next level, and of course it is. It's a movie with a $250 million budget. It's the highest grossing movie of all time because it looks so good. I have no doubt in my mind Avatar 2 will be one of the best looking movies of our generation. The original Avatar came out in 2009 and it still holds up today. So the winner for this one is very clear. It's going to be James Cameron's Avatar. The next category is story. Avatar The Last Airbender is a story where the entire world is divided into 4 different nations. Each nation represents their element: water, fire, earth, and air. The benders from each nation have the power to control their corresponding element, and the Avatar is able to control all 4 elements and is meant to keep balance in the world. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar could stop them, but when the world needed him the most, he vanished. 100 years later, the new Avatar was discovered, and he is just a child. He is 12 years old, but is tasked with the responsibility of restoring balance to the entire world. James Cameron's Avatar is Space Pocahontas. The next category is the world. Now, when I mean world, I mean the history, lore, monsters, settings, everything of that nature. James Cameron's Avatar, for the most part, takes place on a world named Pandora. Pandora has all sorts of creatures on it: lively trees, sea creatures. They have the Na'vi, which are their people. And the Na'vi is kind of like a mixed match of Native Americans and Asian cultures all thrown in the bag and just shoved together. Which, I mean, it was 2009. Now, here's something really cool that I found out on the rewatch. The world of Avatar has something called the Iwa. Now, I'm not an expert when it comes to James Cameron's Avatar, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Iwa connects all life force in Avatar. It's the reason everything is connected and why the Na'vi can just connect to different creatures with their hair. This is a really cool concept that Avatar The Last Airbender touched upon a little bit. They mentioned everything being connected, but it was kind of more of a spiritual thing, and this one is a lot more literal. The world of Avatar The Last Airbender is also great. The lore has infinite possibilities, and you're always wondering what abilities can do what and where the limits of certain things are. But unfortunately, it contradicts itself a lot. It was first stated that people learn to bend from watching animals bend, and that's how they learn to do it. And then it was reinstated to be like, nope, magical turtles gave people bending. Like, they kind of contradict themselves a lot in this story, but they make up for it with the rich history of the past avatars, the wars going on, and all the different cultures have unique things about them. So it's really hard to give Avatar The Last Airbender this point. So I'm gonna cop out. They both get a point. Next up is characters. This one is not even close. Every character in Avatar The Last Airbender is memorable. I can name every character in the show by heart, and I'm sure most of you can. Most people can do this even off of the very first watch through. However, in James Cameron's Avatar, I know Jake Sully, and that's it. And I only know Jake Sully because I rewatched the movie so I could make this video. The winner is very, very clear for this category. It's obviously going to be James Cameron's No, I'm just kidding. It's Avatar The Last Airbender. The next category is going to be outros. Now, their outros are exactly the same, and I'm going to prove it with facts and logic. See, told you so. They're the same. It's a tie. They both get a point. Next up, we have Immersion. James Cameron's Avatar had me fully immersed as a kid. I sat there with my little 3D glasses on watching that movie, and I'm not sure if I even blinked the entire time. I might have even gotten scared a few times while watching the movie. I don't know. I forget. I was like 10 years old. But when you have this world built around 3D glasses where everything pops out and the visuals are stunning, and it's on a different planet where most kids dream of going to space and finding different planets, it's pretty hard to keep up with that level of immersion with the cartoon. Of course, I love Avatar The Last Airbender, and I've watched it 10 times now, and I've made close to 100 videos on it. But they have scenes that directly take you out of the immersion and break the fourth wall, such as Toph randomly making the Nickelodeon logo. James Cameron's Avatar wins this category. Finally, we have the magic system. Avatar The Last Airbender's magic system is simple, and it's incredibly easy to understand. Benders from all four nations get an element that corresponds with their nation. The Avatar breaks that rule by getting the power to bend all of the elements. Really skilled benders get a sub-element, like airbenders can sometimes fly, earthbenders can sometimes metal bend, waterbenders can sometimes blood bend. Not to mention they use real martial arts forms when performing these bending moves. So yeah, simple but done very well. James Cameron's Avatar, the Na'vis fight with bows and arrows and spears, and they sometimes have hair sex. I think we know who wins this one. Now we've reached the end of the video, and who's won? Of course it's gonna be Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm biased, and this video was just stupid, but it was a lot of fun, and I do have a lot of love and appreciation for both of these worlds, and I'm eagerly waiting for both of their returns. Thank you so much for making it this far in the video. I hope you guys had a laugh. I hope you guys enjoyed it, but other than that, I have nothing else to say, so I'm out.